Hey guys, this is Kristi Carter. I just got back from a nice long dog walk. We walked right along the golf course. So nice. I absolutely love it. Anyway, thanks for showing up today. I wanted to tell you a little bit about our great trip to Copia up in Napa Valley yesterday with the girls in the middle of the pouring rain. It was absolutely amazing. Today is gorgeous and bright blue skies. All the trees have beautiful red leaves on them and yellow leaves. It's absolutely gorgeous. But yesterday, we actually had all the girls pile into my car at 9 o'clock in the morning. We went up there in the middle of like a cloud, like I think I made a description on what I was telling you. It was like swimming in a bathtub, getting up there on the freeway, going all the way up to Copia, which is only 36 miles from here. But it was, pretty treacherous going through the rain. But we did it and we made it. We got there and we were escorted around the garden, showing the edible gardens for the restaurant that is there on the Copia grounds by the head gardener, Matthew Gunn. He was fantastic. We had a great time. We had a good show. I am leading the tours for the garden club for this year, and I think next year as well. And so we do one fun tour every single month. So this month, it was going up to Copia, meeting with the head gardener for the farm that supplies the restaurant with all the produce and fruit. And then we had a pasta class. We had lunch, and then we went on to a pasta class up there. Now Copia is is a sister restaurant of Graystone Culinary Institute of America, and you've probably seen some of those really nice classes online or on the Food Network television station, where they actually filming live from Santa Helena at the school up at Graystone. It's really cool. Really, some top-notch chefs come out of that school, and so Copia is a little bit more casual and relaxed, and so regular people like you and I, who are not aspiring chefs but could be, take the classes at Copia. So anyway, after the really nice garden tour of the farms, Matthew Gunn, he actually told us about the microbial action in the soils and how they do a cover crop with oats and peas and vetch. It's kind of like legumes getting nitrogen into the soil. They do a quick cover crop, then they till it in, and then plant their spring vegetables and things in the springtime. So it was very, very interesting. And one of the neatest things I liked there at the garden was this variegated lemon tree. They have actually a big, beautiful lemon tree, probably about 15 feet by 15 feet. It was kind of like short and squat. And the leaves were variegated. They were green with kind of like white on the edges. And the fruit, the lemons themselves, actually had stripes on them, green stripes on yellow lemons, kind of a dull yellow lemon. And when you juice them, it's pink. So it's so awesome. I got to get that. Got to get I think it's called a zebra lemon or something. And I know they have them at Costco in the springtime, so take note of that. Anyway, so a lot of people ask me, well, so what do you do? You're here in the middle of the day. Do you work? What do you do? And I say, yeah, I'm actually building two businesses. I am building a Global Positive News Network, which is a network of a lot of different news sources that show positive news. And Global Positive is a compilation of all these good news stories in our basic portal is Instagram, but then we also have a website where people can post their own good news. So I'm super excited about that. I love that. Then I'm also teaching people how to market any product online. I think it's incredibly important for people who are approaching retirement age, or people who are in their 20s and 30s and just want to travel around the world and make money from their phone, basically. So you can do that, and there's a lot of different avenues of doing that. So anyway, if you just click on the link, I will have my assistants Landon and Chris show you exactly how that works. But anyway, back to Copia. So we had a beautiful lunch. We had, there was 12 gals there. Yeah, 12 gals. We had a very nice, elegant lunch, not super expensive, just middle of the road, overlooking the gardens that we just toured. It was fantastic. And then we had to have a kind of a quick lunch because an hour later was the pasta class. So we go, and they actually held the pasta class open for us, so that, because there was 6 of us who were taking the pasta class, and then a couple other gals. So they held it for like open for 5-10 minutes so we could pay our bill at the restaurant, which is also on the grounds. And so we attended this pasta class with, it was like an amphitheater seats and things that kind of went up. And so, you saw the chef down there in the arena on the stage, and there's the two mirrors above so you can see everything that she's doing. And she was funny. She was Chef Sandy Sauter, and she was wonderful. She had the whole chef's hat, and I think you saw a picture of me next to her, but she made it fun. And she's all from scratch, where you put the flour, on a chopping block. You want a wood surface, a whole bunch of flour there, like 3 eggs. I think maybe about 4 cups of flour, 3 eggs, a little bit of water, a little bit of salt, a little tiny bit of oil, and she mixed it all up and kneaded it. And you learned about gluten. A lot of people are gluten intolerant these days, and that's because of our wheats that are genetically engineered. So it's really hard for the body to break down, and some people are very allergic to that. And there's celiacs and people who are intolerant of gluten. So you got to be careful of that. But usually that shows up later in life, like in your 60s and 70s. So right now I'm enjoying my gluten. I love it. But gluten is formed only by working flour and water or ingredients and actually working and making the gluten happen. If you were to like have a teaspoon of, a little teaspoon of flour just by itself, there's no gluten in that. Gluten has to be developed by kneading it, by working it, by stirring, flour with another product like sugar, butter, or what have you. So that, I didn't know that. That's interesting. I mean, these little tips that you learn from taking classes like this is so fun. And I've been a cook forever, so I've made pasta dozens of times, and I love it. But I learned something from this gal. One thing she taught was to, when you're kneading the pasta dough, to put one foot forward and kind of go with a rocking motion when you're kneading it. And that goes for bread or anything that you're kneading, so that you don't, blow out your shoulder. And so the whole movement goes in like a more natural way. And so you don't spend as much pressure on your joints and things like that. Interesting, fun stuff to know. So anyway, the pasta class was great, and towards the middle of the pasta class, these people came in with trays of like individual tray for each person. Oh, we also had a half a glass of wine sitting at our place setting, and so they came in with the trays with some fresh, noodles, pasta noodles that were made. And then 3 sauces. One was a arugula pesto, arugula pistachio pesto. One was a puttanesca sauce, and the other one was a ragu of boar. Awesome. So we could try the fettuccine with these different little sauces. So it was really fun. The wine was great. It's actually made and bottled on site. So that was really fun. So, I'm getting to know my garden club ladies a little bit more, and we're all getting to know each other more because we're volunteering. So another side note is it's nice to volunteer for activities that you feel passionate about, that you like to do, and you start meeting people. You start talking about what you do, if you work or you don't or whatever, and it's just a nice way to get to know people. And being a marketer, promoting yourself very softly, no hard, badgering of people. It's a good way to go. Let them know who you are. Let them know who you are. That's the whole thing. Right now, the new thing online, promoting anything online, is being transparent. Show people your life. Show people who you are. Don't just promote and shove your product down their throat. That's such a turnoff. And it's not even fun to do it that way. I like having fun by showing people my life and showing people who I am. And so you either like me or you don't, and, but a little tip about the pasta class. So I've never even thought about this, and I have, like a 300 cookbook library in my home, because I just am passionate about cooking. But so the chef Sandy, she said, "So do you know what pasta means? You know what the word really means?" And everybody was like blank. It's like, what does pasta mean? It means paste. So Paste. It means paste, because you literally make a paste as you're making your pasta. And that's just like, wow, that's kind of cool. Anyway, so this is Kristi Carter. Thank you for attending our Facebook Live tonight. happy Friday night. I hope you have a great weekend. And tomorrow I am going to another cooking class. It just happened to fall on the same week that I did the Copia tour. But we're going to Il Fornaio at 9:30 in the morning. We're going to do some regional cooking or something like that. I'll let you know all about it on Sunday about the same time, about 5:30 or so. Okay, you guys, take care. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.